I need you to do for this assignment is to log on to Blackboard, click on October 19th, and you'll see that here you have the Crucible Study Guide. And I gave you some questions that you'll need to answer. We'll be working on some of those together in class. And then I gave you a list of the key characters for Act 1 and throughout the Crucible. What I'd like you to do by this Friday, October 28th, is to analyze the first three characters: Reverend Paris, Betty Paris, and Abigail Williams. You'll be analyzing them using a characterization chart that looks like this. What you'll do is, I'd like you to find three pieces of evidence from the text that tell us something significant about the character. So the first one that we're going to do is Reverend Paris. So we'll write his name here. We'll write the method of characterization, which means how did we find out this information about the character? Did we see that it was the narrator's statement? Was it the character's own actions? The character's own speech and thoughts, something he said or thought? Other characters' actions or reactions towards the character? And other characters' speech about or in response to the character. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you one example. Here's a piece of evidence from the text where Reverend Paris says, "Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes." And this was found on scene 1. What you'll do is then you'll document on what page you found it in your text, whether it's a literature book or your copy of the play. The paragraph will not apply to you since this is a play. Then what you'll do is say, what is the method of characterization? Well, we'll simply write speech because the character is saying these words. Then we'll go ahead and explain the evidence. What does it mean? What does it tell us about the character? We'll write that here. And then once we have this explanation, what trait or motivation or motive does this character have? Now here's what your explanation should look like for the piece of evidence that you have chosen for your character. So here I explain that this statement by Paris shows his concern or fear for what the other members of the Salem community may think about him if the rumors are true that there may be witchcraft in his home. Paris also seems to have an air of pride, as if no such thing could happen in his house. So then what I would put down here for his trait or motivation is fear and pride. Now characters, especially well-developed characters, change throughout a piece of literature. So expect the characters to possibly change. And this is one way where we can track that change and allow us to better understand our character. So this is what I'd like you to do for the first three characters. Choose three pieces of evidence for each one and be prepared to share this information on Friday, October 28th.